Welcome, welcome. Do you feel welcome? I don't. Okay? I'm in New England. Storm is T-minus 5 hours. They have me so fucked up, okay? Okay? In my soul, they have me so fucked up. If they think I'm gonna drive in that shit. And not just drive to and from work. My work involves driving. I'm gonna drive in that. You gotta be fucking kidding me. You have to be fucking kidding me. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Oh, you're a New Englander. You've dealt with this shit before. You know, like, but no. Okay, no. I'm not driving in it. You can't make me, and that's that. Because, I mean, like, you know what's going to happen. It's what happened last Sunday, actually. Last Sunday, man, I was braking in my car, and it was snowing out, and it was coming down like an inch an hour. And, it was coming the fuck down. And, I think they didn't put salt down on any roads, so I was braking at 5, I was driving at 5-10 miles an hour, braking, my car just kept going. It's just gonna keep going. So we don't like that, and, almost was hit a couple times. That was pretty awesome. And it was, I mean, like, my fault and not my fault, it was the ice's fault. Like, I'm not a bad driver, it's just when I made a turn, instead of making the turn, it made a halfway turn and decided to do the, Teriyaki Boys Tokyo Drift theme, and just kind of send me to the other side of the road where oncoming traffic was. Okay, we love cars here, okay? We're a man. This is ladies, watch out, we're a man-centric show. We talk about cars and boobs. We don't really. It's for anybody. It's for non-binaries mainly, because y'all get the confusion and pain that I feel on a daily basis more than most straight whites, you know what I mean? Although most non-binaries are white, so it probably doesn't have to do anything with race. Can I get a racial dynamic breakdown? I'm not concerned, I'm interested, okay? Interested, I'm not an ice rat. I wouldn't do that to you guys. I work with too many immigrants. That would give me bad street cred with the gang. I wouldn't do that. Not to say you guys are all in a gang. Fuck. I fucking buffed it, dude. This episode, like and subscribe. This episode is going crazy. Okay, we're going off the rails. But, you know, guys love car crash compilations. I was watching them and I was like, what am I doing? I have 8 hours till I have to be up for my scheduled shift that I'm not going to go to because it is going to rain down fucking hell. It's gonna rain down a frozen hell. And they want me to drive in that. And I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no thank you. Because I'm not an essential worker. I don't want to do it. And I'm not going to do it. Because it's like, okay, I do crash. And work insurance covers it, what have you. But then I don't have a fucking car. And that sucks. Especially when I have to work in a car. It makes no sense. It makes 0 sense why we're even open. Everywhere is closed down. At this point, I'm just complaining. But if, you know, I love to complain. I think it's why I started this. And it's because I think I complain funnier than other people. Some people, they just piss, they moan, and I do my fair share of pissing and moaning. Maybe I put a little extra helping in there, so something, but, you know, I think I bring a little nuance and pizzazz to it that could, like, make me watchable. I could confidently send these recordings to, like, a Hinge match and be fine. They probably would be like, oh, fuck, this fucking white guy's got a podcast. Yet another reason to fucking, tell him to hit the bricks. But I know in my heart that this isn't as bad as some of the other shit out there. In quality, maybe. Okay, maybe. I don't have... You might hear me breathe, you might hear me sniffle, cough, sneeze, throw up, puke, barf, shit, piss. No, I don't record on the toilet, but you might hear all of that. And that might be, it's low quality, he barely does any editing. It's raw, okay? It's unfiltered, dude. You ever have unfiltered recordings of yourself? And you have them, and it's like you have your own essence. It's like you have your own glowing jism in your hand, and you go, wow. That you put your Matthew McConaughey voice on, you go, wow. That's part of me. That came out of me, and someday it'll go into somebody else and be somebody else. Now, would you look at that? Like, that's what this you guys are all my little babies, and this is my jism that made you. This is this is the story of your conception. You remember when we were young and I used to push you on the swing and make you listen to my podcast, and I used to hold you up in the air and put your hands on my hands and your feet on my feet and push you up in the air and you pretend you were flying, and then you'd listen to my podcast. Do you remember when you were young? You could fly. You could fly all day. That's you guys. And you guys get to sit here and listen to me rant about car crashes and potentially getting into one, because I haven't been in one. Okay, alright. So it's time I regale with a little story, It's time I regale ya. Third time in a car. Hyundai Tucson. There's no Z. Tucson. Hyundai Tucson. 2016. Not the year. I think it was around 2021, 2022, something like that. Second job, Subway, worked there for a couple months. Third time in a car. Mom's like, how about you drive to work in my car and I'll pick you up later? And I'm like, yeah, awesome. And wow, just thinking about it, like, I'm thinking about all the times my mom picked me up from work, and I was like, wow, that's so nice. That was back when I was broken on my dick and I was waking up at 9 a.m. and as soon as I woke up, take a massive bong rip and bomb my fucking bike down a hill. And that's how I got to work every day. But this time I was driving my mama car, and my mama car was pretty nice. Honestly, it was a pretty nice car. I think I probably left a huge scratch on it. I forgot how. Probably with a plastic Nerf gun or Lego of some sort or something. I walked by it, scraped the car. But other than that, it was a perfect car. And I was driving it, and I was a little nervous, I didn't really have any lessons, I had the world's most unhappily married man during COVID teaching me driver's ed, and he's over a Zoom call. I'm with a bunch of other people, didn't want to be there, and it was over 8 weeks or something, and it was a lot, and I only retained a little. But what I retained, it does help. From time to time, you look back. But he was muting himself to get in arguments with his wife, which was fucked up. It was fucked up, but I mean, it was a tense time for all, So that's the bulk of my experience is this guy showing us car crash dead bodies over Zoom calls and shit, and so, I understood the mechanics and the basics. What it doesn't teach you is like instinct, or what happens when you park too close to another car and the owner of the car, who's also your mother, is like yelling in your ear. And I don't blame her for this. It was just added stress to the moment. But she was just like, "Oh my god, you parked too close. Oh my god, you have to do this, this, that, and the third right now, right now, right now, right now, right now." And I like had to go into work, and I had to do this. And this morning I didn't take my bong rip, which threw me off. Okay, if I did, probably never would have happened. But I mixed up the gas and the brake, and I hit the gas, and I crashed right into the building. And when I say into the building, motherfucker, I lucked out so hard. I crashed into the little wall of the building and knocked a single brick out of the wall. The lady I keep in mind, it's a Subway combined with a gas station. And I know the owners very well. I've worked with them for maybe 5 months at the time. Great guys. This lady comes out. I've never seen this fucking lady before in my life. She goes, "You motherfucker, what did you do? You just crashed into the wall. What the fuck is wrong with you? Oh my god, Jesus Christ, what the fuck is wrong with you?" She thinks the window's broken. She thinks everything's broken. I back the car up slowly. I'm crying, dude. I'm like, dude, I just ruined my life. I'm like, dude, I just ruined my whole life. And I back up and I see the one brick cracked, fell out of the wall, window glass is not broken, structural integrity intact. The searing hot redness doesn't go away, but it is certainly like it's like superheating metal and then just pouring a little bit of water on it, where it's not glowing red anymore, but it's still fucking hot. Okay, I still felt horrible, felt guilty, and I had to work after that. Like I had a full blown like panic attack. Just like it was rough. this 6'2" man was having a rough day. Okay. And that sounds so pick me when I bring it up like that, but it's funny to imagine like stoner, long hair at 20, still have long hair, but like still like kind of bummy looking, pretty big, not too muscular, but just generally big person, just going, "Oh fuck, I fucking buffed it, oh my god, my mom's car." It did fuck up the car. It fucked up the car. It was smoking. It fucked up that car pretty good. And that's what I felt bad about. But ultimately, besides my mom's insurance going up a little bit, which I now help pay for with rent because I'm a good person, besides that, there were no real like big consequences. And I'm very, very grateful for that, because we called the cops. We had to like report the accident because the lady's on. She freaked out. She was a bitch and nobody liked her. She made the whole situation worse, and I was crying. Yeah. But nothing really happened. I didn't get a strike. It didn't even go on my record or nothing. Thank fuck. So if any traffic court judges are hearing this, it's inadmissible, and I have you by the balls, dude. And also, I think crying in front of all my coworkers, very heavily, was probably punishment enough. And ever since, I've been like a good driver. Like, okay, everybody fucks up when you're driving. You do something, you're like, oh, alright, that was lucky. Okay, so pay attention, don't do that again. No. But like, those are moments are very few and far between. I feel like I'm pretty good, pretty locked in. Um, but yeah, that that little charade, that little not charade, the little escapade, I should say, was very formative, I guess, if that's the right word for my driving. And I've been careful ever since. And now I'm like backing into spots, going buttered it after a year of parking, like working somewhere where I had no. There's like there was a parking lot, or you could be brave and on a hill you could parallel park, and there was no way you were not parallel parking because every other fucking spot was taken. You would get lucky maybe if you got there in the morning, but chances are you'll walk into the fucking lot. Um, but yeah, parallel parking, easy. You just whip that hoe and then turn a bit and then lock in. If oh, you know, maybe I should become a driving instructor. Whip that hoe, turn a bit, lock in. I think if I were young, dumb, and full of jism, I would want to hear that from my driving instructor. Like lock in. Like they'd be like, "Oh shit, this guy probably knows what 6'7" is. That's pretty cool. I'm a better driver now, thanks to this guy. He can relate. He was once me." Um, Fun fact: people under 16 don't have empathy unless you relate to current trends, and that's real. And I've never seen any countering evidence at all, any opposing evidence. Um, so just study up, keep current on trends. If you know what tough baby is, I think you're in the clear. If you don't, you fuck. If you don't, dude, I'm better than you. I'm locked in. I know what these damn kids are talking about. You know why? Because they used to be me, and I used to be them, and I was talking about Big Chungus, okay? I wasn't really. I was definitely talking about Ugandan Knuckles, though. So, if that shows any age, this like I'm gonna have a child one day, and I was talking about Ugandan Knuckles. See, that makes no sense to me, because it's like when my mom was a kid, she was talking about fucking what Olivia Newton-John, and Stevie Nicks, and Tiger Beat, the magazine. Nobody knows what the fuck that is. That's so like antiquated now. That's borderline antique. It's definitely vintage. It's a new age, new day. Fucking crazy to think about. We're all geezers in our own way, and someday even the 6'7" kid will like be riddled with dementia, and he'll be saying it. He'll be like in the cut out for a second. It'll be in the He'll be in the locker rooms once again. Once again, he'll be in the gymnasium, and he'll say it, and all his friends will hear. And he goes like in front of his like crying grandchildren, crying children. He'll go 6'7", 6'7", yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. And that'll be the last thing he says. The last thing that's comprehensible. He'll shit himself shortly after, and then pass on. But he led a beautiful life. Rest in peace, 6'7" kid. You guys ever landmark certain years? Like, I know I'm gonna feel real weird, specifically at age 42. Age age 28, age 31, age 42, those are going to be some real weird years. Like, not that they're not weird now, but I feel like 28, 28's at what? 5? I don't, oh man, I'm genuinely forgetting how old I am sometimes, and that scares me. I'm not that old, I'm only 23. I'm 23. 23 is young. It's young. But in 5 years when I'm 28, and I know that 2 years can go by like that, and I see 30, and I'm still a fucking chud, or whatever I am, I don't know, man. Hey, shit. You know, you might as well accept it. I think if I don't make some big changes soon, if life doesn't happen and I act accordingly very soon, I think that I'm doomed. I think that genuinely I'm like doomed to a fate if I don't step my game up a little bit. And I think being cognizant, let's use that word again, being cognizant of that gives me a little bit of an edge. Against who? Fuck, dude. I don't know. Who's at my fucking level right now? I told everybody this. I know I'm funny. I'm giggles, I'm whatever. But, like, I genuinely am the friend that holds all my other friends back from becoming, like, their most successful selves. True, they would be evil. They would, like, be working for Lockheed Martin. And, like, just doing, like, genuinely bad shit for the rest of humanity. Because, I have to constantly remind these people that there is a spark in their eyes, and they have souls, and they're indebted to the universe to repay it with infinite kindness. But, like, they would make so much fucking money if I wasn't around, dragging them down, getting them on the game, reminding them that it's okay to step back and fail sometimes, and take a rest, and take a break, and take a breath. If I wasn't there reminding them that, they would do so much better, and their parents might be proud of them, but instead I gotta drag them down to my level. I gotta do it because, you know, what am I gonna do? Just like, hey, I'm so happy you succeeded in life. Yeah, I'm still living at home. Hey, rent's expensive right now. Hey, nowhere's hiring. Rent's expensive. I mean, those are real criticisms and complaints, and I use them every day because, you know, rent's expensive and nobody's hiring. But hey, you know, come on, guys, don't you want to get on Arc Raiders? And they're gonna be like, dude, it's fucking 11 at night. You can't be doing this. My fucking kid is asleep, dude. My woman is calling me to bed. And she's raring, she's ready to go. I haven't had any action in weeks. Or my no kids are asleep. My dog's trying to sleep. My man is calling me to bed. He finally took the blue little pill. He finally took his blue chew. You gotta stop calling me. You gotta stop asking me to get on the game. And I'm gonna be like, okay, I guess I'll replay Oblivion again. You don't want to get on? Okay, I'll play Skyrim. I'll play Watch Dogs again. It's alright. It's alright. I've only 100%ed it like twice, dude. It's alright. It's alright, dude. Video games are so cool. It's okay. I'll play another round of Binding of Isaac. Oh, man. That's what you get, you know? That's what you get for being friends with me. for being friends with me gets you a life sentence of unfulfilled dreams. But it also gets you a couple giggles here and there. It gets you a couple, shakes maracas at you. Come on. La cucaracha, la cucaracha. I'll always keep you mid. Because I know I'm mid. And I hope to do that to a beautiful woman one day. Or man. Hey. If you're out there. Let's break down my ideal type. My ideal type, unspecific in height. If you're a woman, big. If you're a man, small. Let's lock in. If you're a man, nice. If you're a woman, nice. Ideal type, nice. Ideal type is thoughtful. Thinking. Pretty. You gotta be pretty. But pretty is very subjective, especially with me. I find other people don't find pretty very pretty. So, you gotta come original. As 311 once said, you 6'7" kids are too young for 311. You guys aren't ready for that number. So why don't you get out there and investigate 311? But 311 once said, come original. And I think that rings true. I think that rings pretty true. And so do you. And I love you all. Like, subscribe. This episode is coming out. I don't even know. I've got another one in the chamber, actually. This is the second one, so maybe I'll stagger releases, because you guys thought I'd given up, didn't you? You guys thought 4 episodes is all he's got in him. He's not gonna upload again. The holidays were rough, huh? Holidays were rough, and the answer is yes. And also no. The holidays were what they always are, and that's a little crazy. Okay, they were a little crazy. So, and I have no excuse now because it's the 25th of January. But I'm gonna drag it till February. Hey, Valentine's Day is a holiday too, and guess what? It's gonna be a fucking rough one. Guess what? I'm gonna keep dragging it because I can, Because A, love to complain, love to make my situation harder, and B, I'm not just dragging down my friends anymore. If you listen to this recording, this podcast, I'm dragging you down. I hope to drag all of you a little bit down. I hope to make one of you relapse by the end of the year. If I can make you relapse by the end of the year, hey, I did my part. Winks. You couldn't see it, but I winked at you. But yeah, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. I love you all.